A local utility is taking a task over a new partnership. Good evening. This is CTV News. I'm Denise Douglas.
And I'm Patricia Ballone. Thank you for joining us. Well, the Washington Suburban Sanitary Commission is fielding backlash over a recent arrangement with a Connecticut-based company.
That business has a checkered history, and WSSC is working to quell some consumer concerns. Rochelle Metzger joins us now with more on what's going on.
Denise, Patty, this deal is fairly new, about 2 months, and in that time, WSSC says it's been fielding complaints from whole communities, individuals, and even a plumbers union. WSSC tonight defending its partnership with pipe service provider HomeServe USA. The company has paid to settle allegations that it misled consumers in 6 states, including Maryland, in 2015. HomeServe paid $115,000 to the state after the Attorney General said it tricked residents into signing up for service plans they, quote, might not have needed, and that its marketing materials were made to look like they came from a utility or local government. A year later, it's allowed to use the WSSC logo to advertise repair plans. Mailings began going out in July to residential customers after the utility shared names, addresses, and account numbers with HomeServe. This sparked consumer confusion and complaints. Today, commissioners in Laurel were briefed on the program.
Many customers don't realize that pipes on their property are their responsibility. So when they break, that can be costly, hundreds of dollars, maybe thousands of dollars. So this provides a relatively low-cost service protection plan for the customer to purchase if they choose to do so. It's totally optional. And WSSC gets nothing out of the deal, except that there's this fund that's set up to help customers who may have financial hardship and have plumbing problems on their property, that they might be able to get covered by this fund that is set up by HomeServe.
We provide an extremely high quality product and service that people need. So I would look at those settlements as people really didn't understand what was taking place in the marketplace, what were they responsible for, what they weren't. We changed our marketing to make sure it's very clear if we market without a utility that we're not a utility. But we don't market without utilities anymore. All of our marketing is in partnership with companies like WSSC or the City of Baltimore.
We went into this with open eyes. We've looked at what Baltimore's been doing and how Baltimore vetted this company. We did our own vetting of this company, and we wrote the Attorney General's agreement into our contract in addition to other protections for our customers and for us.
The utility says it wanted a low-cost option for customers who encountered emergency water or sewer problems on their private property, but stressed that plans are optional and can be canceled at any time. And as part of the deal, HomeServe will use WSSC licensed local contractors for all its repair work. And for more information, you can visit WSSCwater.com. And I did look it up myself. Currently, HomeServe USA has an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. A lot of this issues stem from marketing materials and communications, and the company says this was, 10 years ago, several years ago. It's fixed its materials. WSSC is working with the company to make sure its materials, what's going out now, is more clear to customers, so they know that this is an independent company that is offering services that are optional.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, a woman is fatally stabbed early this morning in Capitol Heights. At around 1:45, police received calls and responded to the 9400 block of Eugenia Park Street in Fernwood community. Now, authorities say the woman was taken to the hospital with upper body trauma. Here's what one neighbor had to say.
There was just a lot of yelling on the porch and people screaming, and it sounded like somebody said somebody got stabbed, and a car went racing off, and that was about it. And then the police came in force.
And the victim died later at an area hospital. No word yet on the age and name of the woman. Anyone with information about the stabbing is asked to contact police.
Police are investigating an alleged beating of a student by a private employee aboard a Prince George's County school bus. Officials say the incident happened September 1st on a bus in the parking lot of C. Elizabeth Reed Regional in Mitchellville, and that it involved a non-school system employee accused of physically abusing an adult student. Police say they were notified by Prince George's Public Schools on September 15th and that the investigation remains in its early stages. No charges have been filed.
Well, police are also investigating a fatal pedestrian accident. It happened just before 4 this afternoon. According to police, a woman was crossing Central Avenue near the Addison Road Metro Station in Seat Pleasant when she was hit by an SUV. Investigators say she was in the crosswalk at the time. The driver remained at the scene. At this point, no charges have been filed. And several people are hurt after a multiple car crash in Upper Marlboro. Maryland State Police say the collision occurred when 4 vehicles were heading northbound this afternoon between Woodyard Road and Pennsylvania Avenue. Now, one person is in the hospital suffering from life-threatening injuries, while 3 others have non-life-threatening injuries. The accident caused major delays along Pennsylvania Avenue. Maryland State Police are investigating the incident.
A 7-Eleven worker has been rushed to a hospital after an early morning accident. Police say about 4:30 a.m. a car crashed into the store in the 1300 block of Chillum Road in Hyattsville. You see the remains right there of what happened. We spoke with several regular customers. One didn't want to be identified for reaction.
We saw the tow truck pulling the car out, and one of the guys that was in the truck, in the car, he said that his friend ran into the building. Didn't know if he was drunk or whatever.
I heard that he had come in so fast that he jumped the curb and went into hit the door of the store.
Investigators are looking into what caused that accident. In terms of the driver, no word yet on whether the person will face any charges. One man is suffering from critical injuries after he was struck by a vehicle in the 5100 block of Indian Head Highway near Glymont Road. The accident happened around 3:45 this morning. The cause of the crash is under investigation, but police say the man was not in the crosswalk and that the driver stayed on the scene. The victim was transported to an area hospital. You are watching CTV News. I'm Denise Douglas.
And I'm Patricia Vallone.